You're live. Apparently, I'm live. Okay, I'm live. Oh, hello, Angela. Does this work better? I can figure out how to put a background rather than my. Can you hear me? I don't know why I've got a bad internet connection because my internet is right bloody there. But I've got this darn thing going off now. Uber Eats is going off. Okay, so it's going off. So I've just had a Para is still on, and Uber Eats is on. I've got 3 people in here. Okay. So this one was 322, which I never would have done anyway, and it was going nearly 9 miles. KFC. It's only if you've been Uber Eats. Anyway, who else is in there? I've got 3 people that are in here. I see. I don't understand why my stream is not working too well. It'll ask me if it was a good connection or not. How did it go? What went wrong? All right, so yes, I don't know what the problem is with StreamYard. I thought it was a good idea to add that, but I liked it for a few reasons. I could have things in the back. What's this timestamp thing? Should I just prove that or say it? Moderation activity. Don't know what that means. Pop out chat. What's that do? Oh. Okay. Participants. Dashing. Oh, it tells you who's in it. Oh, okay. Well, see, I didn't know that you could do that. Well, so far, you've been. It works better on YouTube. I can see the microphone. I don't. Oh, that means I can share it now. Let's see. I can share to various places. Okay, I can hear you and see you now. Oh, sorry about that. Now, if I could only figure out how to get like a background in the back, I've got various backgrounds that I use for photographic purposes when I do uh, the British Festival. I did a British Festival and called the British Gala Festival, and I dress up in all sorts, dress up in a Union Jack suit, and we had lots of um, British orientated businesses there. We had the local Renaissance people that would roam the the building throughout the day. Um, we'd have special guests and such, but we also had all these backdrops as well. We'd decorate the flipping hall and such. Started it out at a church hall that was pretty big, but it, the festival became rather big, and the car park at the church wasn't big enough. So I ended up moving it to a Shriner's place, which had, I think, room for was it a couple hundred cars, 250 cars or more. Um, so that was good. And we had a car show as well, but we had all these photographic backdrops because I could just tidy my office, but that wouldn't be flipping much fun, would it? I know which pile of stuff the things are in, sort of. But anyway, let's put this out on Facebook, so see if anyone comes over to it. But yeah, if Pamela comes on here, I did send her a message, but she seems to have disappeared. My craft room is even worse. Yeah, see, I've got one of these things called a cameo something or other. I can't remember what it's called, but you're able to make signs out of it. You know, vinyl signs, and do sort of cuts into stuff and that. I've never used it. It's in the box in the entrance to the office, and once I clear a little bit of space out of here, I will get it in here. But that thing, I really do want. I've thought about selling it a few times, but it's got everything in there to get me started, and I just like the idea of making these signs. You can make vinyl decals that go on vehicles and such, or just silly little flipping decals to go on wherever you want, I suppose. But yeah, I've got that thing there, and I would definitely love to get that in here and start working with it. That thing I would like. That's funny. I have a circuit, 2 embroidery machines, a quilting machine, plus another sewing room. Bloody hell! Good grief! There was a Scottish lady that lived here in just outside of Kansas City. Not Pamela, that was just on here a little while ago. But she, her name's Joyce, and she's actually gone back to Scotland with her husband, who's actually English. But anyway, but Joyce was all into embroidery. Had embroidery machines. So you walk in the front of her house, and there was the machine. And she did lots of stuff, so much stuff, and she made me so much stuff as well. She made stuff for the British Festival, for the British Club. I also sold musical instruments, and she made a bunch of patches and that for that, which are over here. A couple of them here. She made some gold ones too, but they're in the other bag. But she made these ones. Hopefully these show up on the screen. I don't know if they will. But they're like they're little harmonicas, because that was what I used to sell. Well, I still have the website. I just don't do a lot with it anymore. But they're so flipping neat. And she made some gold ones too. And they're just like sticky or whatever on the back. I don't know, whatever you do with them. I've got a whole bunch of those in there. My main craft room is what was a 2-car garage. I started doing gig stuff and now need to clean up my rooms. Now I can barely walk in or everything. Yeah, I know that's good. I know that feeling. You know, feeling far too well. But yeah, it's there's never enough time for things. I'm pretty much a curious person, so I like to figure out how things work and make things and such. And down in the basement, I've got a workshop, and I was doing gold work. I would gold plate stuff. That was how I got into the music stuff. So I got into gold plating harmonicas first of all, and done some talks and such on about doing that work. Got a lot of gold plating work. I've done and then I've done microphones as well. Got into doing those, and I've done a lot for various famous musicians too. For a long time, I was the only flipping person that was doing gold plating harmonicas in the world. As you know, not as a manufacturer, just as an aftermarket thing, and that was good because I was getting them from all over the place for people wanting me to gold plate their stuff for them, and so I did microphones, I did the harmonicas, I did a trumpet for Phil Collins. Told him that he'd have to send it to me stripped down because there's no way I was going to put it apart and put it back together because I'd never be able to figure that out. What else we do? I've done a bunch of microphones and that for tops of microphones for Queen. I thought I had a couple still around. I thought I saw some the other day. But anyway, that I did for Queen. Did a couple for Susie Quattro. Did Lynyrd Skynyrd. Oh gosh, who else did I do it for? Van Morrison. I've done a whole lot of stuff for Van Morrison. Whole lot of stuff. That came through someone else before the work, but I did a lot for them. I did a harmonica that was like a foot long, 1.5 long, and it was two on top of each other, and that was for a well-known harmonica musician. And then I did golf clubs as well. I didn't do so many of those, and then I started making the cabinets and that for it. Done a bunch of those for someone that was in Canada, but anyway, and some that were in the US too. But now I don't really bother with it. Gold went up so flipping much that it just wasn't. People didn't want to pay the extra to have it done, so I don't do it anymore. So I still got the machinery. I still got some gold to do it too. Even though the gold is like it's a purple liquid, you never know that it was gold, but it's 24 karat gold beaten down into a purple liquid, and you just chemically put it on, electroplate it, and then I got out of that and started doing powder coating, which I learned off of YouTube. And I did some different things for that, microphones and other stuff as well, done harmonicas as well. But so I've done a few things. I just like to do little things like that, but just got out of doing that now. I used to build a lot of cabinets too. Those ones like you see at craft shops and such, where the little wooden ones where you put stuff in as a glass top and all that. Like if you go to an antique shop, you lift up the thing and it's got all those little pins and whatever on them, pins or whatever they want to display in it. Little display boxes. Oh, okay. I do a lot of stuff, but more of them is consistent. But none of them is consistent enough to pay the bills. Yes. Well, when I did all mine, it was all of the stuff I did. Wendy would be working. So, but now a lot of that falls. Now it becomes a lot of that was even though I was earning pretty well out of it for a long time. It was I'm paying the business everything in the business and that, but now it's like you said, it's just not consistent enough. I still have the harmonica business up and running, but I just don't get any orders out of it anymore. I know what. No, I mean, and I don't have time to dip and deal with it either for the most part. It's just no one wants to pay the shipping costs on anything. There's a lot of places that do free shipping. Amazon undercut all the shipping prices anyway, and people can get their stuff within a couple of days. It take me a couple of days or three to actually get around to doing anything. It's just so I really don't bother with it anymore. But I do have a lot of stock that I really need to get rid of, and maybe doing a retirement sale and just doing something else. I'll tell you what I'd like to do is the reviews and that with like what what's his name does, Dashing Grandpa. Oh, give me just a second. Put that down a minute. Didn't want to break the darn thing. Anyway, I think I'm going to get off of here. Maybe I should be using YouTube more than flipping StreamYard. Figure out how to get the backgrounds and whatever sorted as well, because I don't actually know how I'm going to do that. What's this? I've got an edit button there. I know I went on that before. YouTube seems to be different to... Okay, I've got the wrong bloody mouse in my hand. I've got a desktop as well in here, so... Why don't I have access to that feature then? Okay, manage. That was the one thing I did like about the StreamYard, is that I could add a virtual background to it. And when I done the live stream before, when I was at the hospital, and I did it on the iPad, it seemed like the messages would come up, but then would disappear. But it's all seems to stay up here on the right hand side of me now. I don't know what this manage button does. It doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. But anyway, I think I'll finish up for now. There is someone else on here, but they don't appear to be saying anything. But and I will carry on with Para tomorrow. And just see how it goes. But with what's happened today with it, if it's like that all the time, it probably won't be lasting on my phone for very long. And it's got a mileage tracker as well on it. Where the bloody hell is it? Which if you've used it, you said you used it. It said I did nearly 55 miles today. But with it not being able to do, not being able to use DoorDash on it, because having everything on one app sounded ideal, and especially that, because then I didn't take my eyes off the road to click through the different bloody apps to see which one was ringing, etc. You know how that goes. But so it sounded like it was ideal, and then I could do those things where you could block out certain places. That sounded great. And you could pick places, point out places where you didn't want to go. That sounded great. And set all your minimums, etc. And then it's also got the mileage tracker in there, which also is good. But with it not being able to have DoorDash on there, and you can't add the other stuff either. You got like I would have liked to have had the proxy pics with it as well, but you love your mileage tracker. Which one do you use? I've got a few of them. I've got Stride. Not too happy with that one. That one's not very good. It's not for me. It's just not consistent enough. So, funny enough, that's the one you use. I use Gridwise. Gridwise is the most reliable one for me. I keep getting kicked off of Stride. I don't know what the hell's up with that. It worked fine for a long time, but it's like for last year's, for some reason or other, it kicked me out. And I can't tell what I did last year. I see it tells me there that I've done 2,713 miles. Okay. But I should have been able to read that somewhere. Oh, okay, now it's come up again. But I've got Gridwise. Gridwise seems to be the most uh, consistently working one for me. And that one you can add, which I'm sure you can do on Stride, but I've never done. You can add expenses like petrol and all that stuff that you use, which actually, I did not know that. Expenses. So you can use for your car payment, your cleaning. Oh, I didn't know about that. EV charging, some sort of fees. Food and drink, gas, insurance, maintenance, other parking, phone and internet, supplies, tolls, and uncategorized. Hmm. I need to flipping start adding the petrol in there, that's for sure. But I normally just do that separate. Yes, you can add all of that. I just use it to track the mileage for now. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, wasn't there another one that I had as well? I don't know. But anyway, this flipping Para does it as well. But I don't know how long that one's going to last. Anyway, I think I'll get off of here. See my ears everywhere in it again, and go watch some telly. I think be up early tomorrow. I suppose. Think I might go out early tomorrow and may try the lunchtime flipping food deliveries, etc. See how it goes. So I'll get off of here. I don't know who else is on here, but anyway, someone else is on there. And hope you have a good night. Hopefully you get all the embroidery done. You gotta be. How do I do that? Okay.